Well, people, that was an exciting day in the Afcon. We saw history, and Kudus is simply a baller. Let's run the intro. Holy cow. What a day. This Afcon truly, compared to the last one in 2021, which was just sometimes just so boring, and you just thought to yourself, why am I making myself go through this by watching the football? This time around, it's been nothing short of sensational. Both the Afcon and the Asian Cup just providing entertainment, and the early game of the Afcon today. Um, Equatorial Guinea. These guys, they still have not lost the game. I don't know when was the last time they lost the game. It might be 12 years. It might be 12 games. I don't even know. But Equatorial Guinea do it again. And it's the main man, the legend, arguably the greatest footballer ever from Equatorial Guinea, Emilio Nsue. Take a bow. He scored the first hat trick in the Afcon since 2008. You know what else? He is the oldest player ever to score a hat trick in the Afcon. Shout out to Emilio. Considering all the strikers, Eto'o, Drogba, even Osimhen, all of the fantastic strikers that have graced the Afcon, Emilio Nsue holds the title from Equatorial Guinea. The game was a little bit back and forth. It was highly entertaining. You know, they get the first goal, Equatorial Guinea. I mean, Guinea-Bissau with some horrific defending today. Don't watch Guinea-Bissau for defending because that was horrific. Absolutely horrific. It was a gift to Emilio Nsue. He gets the first goal. Boom, 21st minute. Guinea-Bissau fight back. They get the second goal of the game. Good play down the right side. Then they cross. Of course, Francolino was going to tap it in, but Orozco gets the own goal. But again, Equatorial Guinea fight back. They fight back. They get the early goal. It was like 30 seconds in. Just a long ball towards Miranda. The Guinea-Bissau defense, they just horrific. They completely missed it. And it's a tap-in for Miranda. And then Emilio said, watch this. Watch this. The third goal for Equatorial Guinea. Oh my God, the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper. You have to judge, like, okay, it's not the greatest cross in the world, but also, what on earth is the goalkeeper doing? Go for the cross, get the ball. He misses it completely, and it's Emilio. It's a tap-in for him. It's a tap-in. The last goal, brilliance from him. And the brilliant assist. I can't remember who gave the assist, but he rounds the goalkeeper 4-2. They initially gave it for offside, but it finishes 4-2 for Equatorial Guinea. They got now 4 points, and they're going up against the hosts next. I do fear for Ivory Coast. I do fear for Ivory Coast in that game because Equatorial Guinea, these guys are just a stubborn team. They're so stubborn. Sometimes they'll give you like an entertaining game like today, and then they'll just give you 1-0 and just say, hey, hold that. That's Equatorial Guinea. That's their game plan. Love to see it. And they just keep on if you look at their lineup, some of them play in third division football. Example is Emilio Nsue. He plays for Intercity. Yes, there is a football club called Intercity. He plays as a right wing back. Yes, you heard it. Emilio Nsue plays as a right wing back for his club football. Plays striker for Equatorial Guinea. Scored a No, you know what? That's why you got to love Afcon. That's why you got to love international football. And Equatorial Guinea, they're just... I love this team. I don't know what it is about this team. I don't know if it's just because it's a small nation, but they just prove everybody wrong. For Guinea-Bissau, I mean, they got to blame themselves because that defending today was shambolic. Shambolic. Just 2 easy goals to give up. Okay, I understand the 4th goal. You're pushing up the defensive high line. You're trying to press. But 2 of those goals were so easily unavoidable. They don't do it, and it's 4-2 for Equatorial Guinea. They put themselves in a great position, and they're basically in the round of 16. 4 points is going to be enough for the round of 16 if you're one of the third place teams, and they do it. So shout out to Equatorial Guinea. They get a big, big win. We're going to go on to the next game. We're going to go on to the next game because the Super Eagles have done it, people. Shout out to Doug. Yes, everybody. Hey, you know what? By the way, thank you, everybody. We have done it. We have hit 10,000 subscribers. Shout out to everybody. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Well, we did it, man. It's been 2.5 years, but we finally reached the objective of 2.5 years. I just want to thank you all, man. We're going to do like a 10K stream probably in a couple weeks because I'm going to be very busy still doing the content, but I just want to thank you all, and thank you, Doug, for your kind donation, and thank you, Doug, for always your kind donations to the channel. I really appreciate it, buddy. Really, really do. And he says 10K. Mike, congrats, man. Totally deserved. Thank you very much, Doug. Thank you very much. Yeah, everybody. It's been a long journey, but hey, we did it, guys. On to 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K. If we somehow hit one day 100K, you will see me cry on the channel. You will see me cry. 100% you will see me cry. I'll get the champagne and everything about it. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the football. So thank you all for tuning in. 47 of you. Have we hit at least 47 likes? We have hit only 22 likes. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as we continue, because the Super Eagles did it. I honestly thought that they were going to lose this game. I'm not going to shy away and say, oh, you know what? I saw this happening. No. I honestly thought to myself, after watching that performance against Equatorial Guinea, okay, cool, yes, they had chances, but they did not play well. There was the coaching was terrible in that game from Nigeria against Equatorial Guinea. Today, Pizarro went to a back five. Did it work? Defensively, 100%. They actually played a very good game. They played a very good game. They just sat back, defended well, hit them on the counterattack, and Ivory Coast just gave them all the space in the world. I mean, all the space. It was, at time, like the first 25 minutes was a basketball game. End to end. You go, I go. You shoot, I shoot. It was good football, but also the field was terrible. We cannot shy away from that. The field conditions were terrible. I don't understand what the Afcon. Why do you play 2 games on the same day? Why? It makes no sense whatsoever. And I think it affected the play. But however, Osimhen had a chance again. Please, Osimhen, man, don't do this. I vouch for you so much. You are a brilliant striker. Now I see all over social media, oh, this guy's always been a fraud. Don't go to Arsenal, don't go to Chelsea, this sort of stuff. If you keep missing chances like that, that is not a good sign, Osimhen. It is not a good sign. He misses a great chance. Chukwueze plays in a beautiful ball. Left foot, boom. You put it in the top right corner. 1-0 Nigeria. He misses it. And then Ivory Coast had some good chances. Seko Fofana was shooting outside the box. Ivory Coast played a terrible game today. The forwards did absolutely nothing. The midfield was just Seko Fofana, and that's it. Sangare was basically becoming an NFL field goal kicker. With the amount of times he just shot the ball over the crossbar, every single shot he took wasn't even on target. The field goal is good. That's the only sign that Sangare got today. It was terrible from the midfield from Ivory Coast, other than Seko Fofana, who was trying. But I got to give a lot of credit, man. Like Calvin Bassey, damn. Imperious performance. Imperious. He just defended like a monster today. Maybe he's not the greatest on the ball, but defensively, he balled out today. Him and Ola Aina, unbelievable. Unbelievable. The goal, which was probably the only way a goal was going to happen in this game, because otherwise, yes, there was good individual players, but we didn't see the individual players shine. We just saw poor passing, poor quality of football. We have to be honest. It was just looking horrible. It was just reckless. It was so reckless. Like Chukwueze, the amount of times this guy got on the ball, had an opportunity for a counterattack and just wasted the opportunity. I don't even have fingers for it. He must have done it at least more than 10 times. The penalty, Ndika fouls Osimhen, clear penalty, because if Salah got the one against Mozambique, this is going to be a penalty. I think it's not really soft, but I see what Ndika's trying to do. He's trying to go for the ball. Osimhen puts his leg there. It's a penalty. And of all players, I did not know this was going to happen. Troost Ekong stepped up and took the pen, and he took the most center back penalty you will ever see. He just said, "Power." No, I think it was Ndika, wasn't it? It was not. Was it? Or was it in Diomande? It might have been Diomande. I can't. I think it was Diomande, maybe. But Troost Ekong just went for full power down the middle. Boom, 1-0, and that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need to know from this game, because overall, Nigeria, they defended brilliantly. The Pizarro, thank you, Egan. He got his tactics perfectly. There was no way. Ivory Coast were so frustrated that all they just did, shots outside the box. Shots outside the box. Tried the cross, nothing. Shots outside of the box. Corner, nothing. I don't remember a great chance that they had in this game, Ivory Coast. I can't remember one single opportunity where you're like, oh my God, what a save. Oh my God, how did you miss that? There was none of that in this game. So, but this was such a critical win for Nigeria. They had to win this. Not really had to win this game. I think they needed a point, but to win it, it's even better. It's even better. It's just I think this showed that this team has pride. And I think as a Nigerian, you can take that with you heading into the next game and probably next couple of games, because you're pretty much into the round of 16 now with 4 points. But you have to take immense pride. This team just showed out and just showed that they care about the jersey. Might have not been pretty, but you know what? Sometimes in tournament football, was it pretty for Argentina against Mexico? Absolutely not. That was one of the worst first halves of football I've ever seen. Today wasn't pretty, but hey, got to give it to them. They played a great defensive game, and now they're in a great position. They got Guinea-Bissau. I know Guinea-Bissau beat them last year, but they're in a great position. What about Ivory Coast as the host? Are they now in trouble? Are they now in trouble, Ivory Coast? Because that performance today, you're going up against Equatorial Guinea, who we know all they're going to do is sit back and defend. And then they're just going to play long balls toward Emilio Nsue. He's going to hold up the play, and that's it. I would be worried if I'm Ivory Coast, because that performance was just talk about that's the game where they needed Sebastian Haller. They needed some presence in the box. They didn't have it in this game, and they just resulted to was just, hey, Seko Fofana, take the ball and score a worldie. That's it. That's it. So yeah, but it's a big win for Nigeria. Absolutely critical win, man. I actually like that performance from Nigeria, because I haven't seen any pride from this team for the last couple months. Nothing. Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea. But today, they said, we're just going to win this game no matter what. And I think that's a big plus that they can take into it as we go into the final game. And what was going to be an absolutely bore fest of a game. I'm sorry, people. This game was so boring. The first 45 minutes turned out to be absolute insanity. Turned out to be absolute insanity. So Egypt 2, Ghana 2. Lot to talk about. We're going to be here for about another 5 to 10 minutes. If you want me to pull up any comments, obviously super chat. Thank you, Doug, for your kind super chat. Sorry, guys. I don't usually ask for it, but this is going to be a quick live stream because it's already 12 past midnight and I got to get to some sleep. This game was terrible for the first 45 minutes. Nobody wanted, it was just so cautious. Nobody wanted to take any risks whatsoever. Nobody. They just said, oh, passive with the ball. Ghana were just say, hey, we're just going to defend and we're going to take a point today. That's what it looked like. Now, I don't remember any opportunities for Egypt. I don't remember any opportunities for Ghana in that first 45 minutes. Nothing. There was nada. Then Salah gets injured. It looks like it's his hamstring, and he didn't return on the bench in the second half, so that is not a great sign. That is not a great sign for Egypt. And of course, every Liverpool fan is going to be hugely worried right now. All the best to Salah. Hopefully he recovers quickly, and we'll find out what injury he's got. But it looked like a hamstring. Oh, man. Not great. But this player, man, he missed the first game. He is special. He is absolutely special, is Mohamed Kudus. He is special. I talked about him in one of my shorts, The Rise of Kudus. I remember watching this kid when he was a kid at Nurchaland. And I said, this is going to be an unbelievable footballer. That goal he scored today is simply baller-esque. Baller-esque. Kudus is just so. This kid is so good. I've talked about it so many times how much I love this player, but to see it now just flourishing club level, and obviously he scored at the World Cup against South Korea, but he just when his team needs him, he rises. That's what you need from your best players. Nobody's hiding away. I don't want to be in the limelight. I don't. No, 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 not me, not me. Kudus said, "Give me the ball. I'm going to do the rest." Uh, what a baller! What a ball! That goal was simply stunning. The second half, obviously, now since Egypt had to take off Salah, you kind of thought to yourself, "Oh my God, are Egypt done? Is this now their tournament done?" I know. I saw one of my guys on Twitter say, "Egypt are done, buddy. This is their tournament done." That performance in the second half showed that okay, we might not be having Salah, but wow, they stepped up their performances, especially Omar Mahmoud and especially Mustafa Mohamed. These guys stepped up to the plate and they had a brilliant game. I'm gonna just quickly bring up my notes for the game because those are like the two guys that okay, your best player is gone, one of the best players in the world. What are you gonna do, Egypt? And those two, especially. But we have to talk about Ghana. This is honestly, why do Ghana do this? Why? Why do they do this? It's in their history. That first goal, I can't remember who gave the back pass. You play it straight into the path of Omar Marmoush. All he has to do is round the goalkeeper. Boom. It's 1-1. Who played the back pass, people? I can't remember which Ghanaian do it. Because I know the second goal. We're going to talk about the player who did the second goal. That's just shambolic. But you could just see that Egypt, with their speed of play, it was getting faster and faster. Was it Inaki? Oh my God. Was it Inaki Williams? Oh boy. Oh boy. Alhambra, I'll get to your super chat. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to end this review. But yeah, if that's Inaki Williams, oh my God, that was horrendous. Horrendous, horrendous. And Omar Mahmoud just has to round the goalkeeper and boom, it's 1-1. But again, the main man, Kudus. Now, it took a deflection, but hey, he just said, give me the ball once again. Odoi just says, here's the ball. Kudus just takes one dribble, shot, in. Took a deflection. I would kind of say maybe should El Shanawi do a little bit better with that shot, but since it took a deflection, I'm not going to blame him too much for it. I'm not going to blame him at all. We get to the second goal for Egypt. Bukhari had probably one of the worst cameos I have ever seen in international football. Lukaku is number one. Nobody will top that. Lukaku against Croatia is number one. Bukhari gave the ball up. Bukhari came on in the 73rd minute. His first action of the game was to give the ball to Trezeguet. Where is Bukhari going with the ball? Somebody explain. What is Bukhari thinking? Release the ball. Kick it out. You have the lead. Be smart. Instead, he dribbles into his own box. Trezeguet steals it, plays it across to Mustafa Mohamed, and it's 2-2. And you know what's even worse for Bukhari? He got subbed off in the 89th minute. Oh my God. I do feel bad for the player because that his confidence is gone. It's gone. The confidence is gone. But wow, that might have been one of the worst cameos I've ever seen. Ever seen. Yeah, I mean, kind of Adam Aziz. Kind of, but that was worse from Bukhari. I was 100% worse from Bukhari. Bukhari, all he needs to do is just clear it away. That's it. That's it. But yeah, this game was going to be a bore fest and a snooze fest. It turned out to be. We had 3 goals in 5 minutes. This Afcon is sensational. Absolutely sensational. I think a draw is a fair result. Look, Ghana didn't provide a lot of opportunities in this game. Even what's his name? Azur almost scored in the last minute. He beat a couple man, took the right. Oh, if he just put it a little bit more towards the corner, it would have been 3-2 for Egypt. They were that close. Ashur looked actually quite decent as well. I got to give it to that guy, Ashur. But I think 2-2 is a fair result in this matchup. This group, it just gets insane because now Egypt are on 2 points. They're going up against Cape Verde, and Ghana are on 1 point. I think for Ghana's sake, they need a draw. Yeah, they need a draw in that game. Imagine if Cape Verde win tomorrow, Cape Verde have already won the group. They've already won the group then. So yeah. But yeah, look, Chris Hughton and those tactics again. I got to give a lot of credit. Egypt when we watched them in 2021, it was so defensive, and Carlos Queiroz ball was so boring. But you know what? It got them to the final. Fair enough. They're trying to play football, and they're gonna leave space in behind. And Ghana didn't really exploit it that well. It didn't. So, like, I have to look at Chris Houghton. What are the tactics? It's just Kudus FC, and that's it. If they don't have Kudus, Ghana are just basically a group stage team. But with Kudus, okay, maybe they get to round of 16. It's just the guy is so brilliant that he's just clearing up every mistake that this team is doing, and especially from the manager. Now, look, the manager should not be attacked from fans. That's the last thing that should happen. That should never happen. But my God, Chris Houghton, you got to fix up. Again, how does Jordan Ayew play the whole game? How? 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 Somebody explain to me. How? How? I actually did think Semenyo played a decent game. I actually also Ashimeru played a decent game as well. But man, it's just Ghana had it in their hand. If they just didn't make the stupid brain dead mistakes, they would have won this game. They gave it to Egypt, and Egypt took full advantage of it. And this group just gets absolutely insanity. Big up to Alhambra, buddy. Thank you for your kind donation, and thank you always for supporting the channel, buddy. Thank you very much. He says Ghana's defender saw Salah come off and decided to step up for Egypt. And Salah coming off was sus. Yeah, it was kind of interesting because all of a sudden he just was injured. So was he injured before the game, or what's going on there? That was a whole different scenario. After this, I'm putting on Egyptian TV for the drama. Oh, I can imagine that. That is going to be a lot of talking points. We'll see about Salah and his injury, but I think if you're Egyptian, you can say, look, Rui Vitoria, his tactics are a little bit too attacking. We do give up too much space. Egypt were the better team today, but I think overall, based on the chances, I would still say a draw is a fair result. But Chris Houghton, this guy, man. Thank you, Alhambra, for the kind donation, by the way. Houghton wasn't really attacked. That story was blown out of proportion. Okay, thank you, Supreme, for clarifying that to me. But overall, another insane day. But that group gets more interesting because imagine if Mozambique win. Then Mozambique will be on 4 points, Cape Verde on 3, Egypt on 2, and Ghana on 1, heading into the final day. Oh, that would be a sensational ending to this group. Sensational. But everybody, I got to go to sleep. Houghton took Ashimori off. Yeah, I know he did. Supreme. I don't know why. I don't. Chris Houghton, there's going to be a lot of backlash on him after this performance because yes, okay, you can blame the players for the individual mistakes, but again, the tactics. Egypt are going to leave themselves exposed. If you just had a proper structure how to counterattack, you could have won this game, Ghana. You could have. But hey, it is what it is, and that's what happens. But everybody, there's 118 of you. Remember to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you all tomorrow for the Afcon review. We're going to do a watch along for the Asian Cup and, of course, a review of the Asian Cup. Thank you all for the 10K subscribers. We have finally done it. Hope you all have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Until next time, adios.